Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's meditation with me, Jill Pulowski at Vitalia in Strongsville, Ohio. So, I was watching something the other day. It was a documentary or show of some sort about artists and musicians who hear in color. I believe it's called synesthesia, is the technical term for that. And it was so interesting to hear how their mind works. So instead of, seeing something visually or hearing something like we normally hear something, they actually hear in different colors, which is so crazy. I wish that I could experience that. And then I was like, oh, well, maybe I can if I meditate and feel that in my mind and my body and through my ears. So, kind of did a little experiment on hearing in color or what a specific color would sound like. So, what do you think the color red would sound like? What do you think the color green would sound like? So that's what we're going to do today. So a little experiment, I guess, and really, really opening the mind to color. And color is such a big part of our lives, and I again wonder how people feel when they might be colorblind and they're seeing, colors that aren't really what they are, or duller, or even black and white. I'm not sure, but or also people that are blind. Are they really seeing color in their mind somehow, even though they can't physically see anything? So I think it's very interesting, and maybe in their minds they are picturing what color would even look like to them. So yeah, the mind is a crazy little thing that we've got. So that's what we're going to do today, and I hope that you enjoy it. I hope that you can open your mind enough to be able to see things, and maybe things will come up that you don't even realize. So you might, sometimes we see the color red as being like anger, right? But sometimes we also see it as love. And I wonder how you're all going to perceive each color and how it would sound to you. It's going to be a good sound, a bad sound, a loud sound, a soft sound, and it's going to be interesting to take this little journey. So before we begin, as always, we will warm up the body, get it moving a little bit so we can lay back and relax and really get into that journey of color and sound. So go ahead and sit up straight in your chair. Of course, we want the feet to be flat on the floor. Don't cross at the ankles, don't cross at the knees. We want the blood to flow all the way down to our toes. So sit up straight, find that nice posture, stacking the head over the heart and the heart over the hips, arms resting gently, shoulders relaxed away from the ears. And let's go ahead and start to breathe. So for a moment, just notice your natural breath. Don't try to change anything. Just take note of how you're breathing right now. As you start to notice the breath, if it's slow, if it's fast, if it's deep breaths, if they're shallow breaths, consciously change that breath now. So we are breathing all the way in and filling our lungs. Feel that whole breath fill up into the chest. And then slowly exhale until it's completely empty. Take your time and enjoy each breath, breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in Breathing out. Fill the lungs. And empty the lungs. Good. One more time. Big inhale. And long, slow exhale. Good job. Keep the feet flat on the floor, and slowly we're going to roll the shoulders forward. Just nice and slow, big circles. Loosen up those shoulder joints. Get some blood flowing here to these muscles and joints. And then go ahead and take it backwards, nice and slow. Feel the shoulder blades coming together. Good job. Bring your arms to your sides, tuck your elbows into your rib cage, and then we're just going to bring the elbows up and up. So only take them as high as they feel good. So maybe we're only coming up this much, and that's okay. Maybe if it feels good, we take them up a little higher towards the ceiling. We'll just get those shoulders moving. Good. And then come back to center. Keep the elbows into the rib cage, and we're going to take those elbows up and in. Got some movement here. Again, those shoulder joints. Beautiful. One more time. Elbows up. And then bring them down, and then give yourself a big hug to stretch it out. Cross one hand over to the opposite shoulder. Give yourself a hug. All right. Feels good. Shake it out, shake it out. All right, good job. Hopefully that upper body, the shoulders are nice and loose. We feel a little less stress sitting here on our shoulders, and we can go and relax now. So go ahead and sink back into your chair. You might scoot to the edge of the chair so you can lean back a little more if that feels good. Maybe just sitting upright with the back of the body supported feels good for you. It's up to you. Just want to make sure you're comfortable. Feet stay flat on the floor, arms rest gently on your lap or on the chair. And then go ahead and sink back and close your eyes. Close your eyes and soften your jaw. Take the teeth apart from each other in the mouth. And again, let's come back to our breath. Breathing in and breathing out. Soft and steady, feel the air coming in and then leaving the body. Breathing in and breathing out. And with your eyes closed, let us begin to visualize colors. So I want you to start with the color white. Like a clear white canvas in front of you. Begin to visualize the color white in front of your eyes. And see the bright pureness of that color of white. And then tune into your hearing. Tune into your ears. And allow your ears to hear the color of white. What does it sound like to you? Does it sound like peace and quiet? Maybe it sounds like static from the TV when it turns off. Maybe it sounds like the wedding march. Keep your eyes closed and really turn into your senses, visualizing the color of white and opening your ears to see what it sounds like to you. Let any sound come up, anything at all that comes to mind. Good or bad, it doesn't matter. Just allow that to become present. Deep breaths, really sinking into that deep realization of the sound of white. And then go ahead and change over to the sound of black. Visualize the color of black in front of your eyes. And see the darkness. And what does this color black sound like? Maybe it sounds like nothing at all. Maybe it's just that pure silence again. Maybe it's loud in your ears. Maybe it sounds sad. And tap into your senses and hear the sound of black. Allow whatever sound that comes to mind be present. Hearing the color of black. Now begin to visualize the color of red, the bright red right in front of your eyes. And see that color so vibrantly in front of you. And begin to notice how it sounds. How is the color red speaking to you? Does it sound loud like a fire burning? Does it sound like love? Does it sound like hate? How does your mind hear the color of red? Try not to think too hard to hear anything. Just allow the sound to come to mind. How do you picture the color red sounding? Begin to visualize the color blue. See in your mind's eye the bright blue color in front of your eyes. Any shade of blue that comes to mind, see it in front of you now. And what does that color sound like in your mind? Does it sound like the gentle breeze, the ocean waves? Does it sound silent like the blue sky above? Does it sound sad like tears falling from your eyes? How do you interpret the color of blue? Allow whatever sound comes to mind, comes to the ears. As we continue to visualize the beautiful color of blue. Begin to see now the color of orange. See the color of orange before your eyes, bright and glowing. And start to imagine what the color orange might sound like to you. Does it sound like summertime? Does it sound like a burning fire? Does it sound like laughter? Begin to hear deeply into the mind as you visualize the color orange and what it sounds like. Feel the color, see the color, hear the color. Begin to now visualize the color of green. bright green in front of your eyes, seeing the color so brightly. And then imagine what that color sounds like. The leaves moving through the trees. Maybe it sounds like envy. Looking at each color and noticing how it makes you feel, and then what sound comes out of it. Happiness and joy, sadness and grief, anger and envy. Everything goes together. The thought, the feeling, the sound, the sight. And visualize the color green and hear exactly what it sounds like. Begin to now visualize the color of yellow, bright yellow like the sun. The color of happiness. And what does that sound like? How do you see the color yellow, and what sound comes out of it? Is it the buzzing of a bee? Is it the laughter of children? Is it the sounds that you hear throughout the neighborhood on a warm summer day? And picture the color yellow so bright and vibrant, and notice what it sounds like. Yellow is such a great color. It always makes me feel lighter and happier when I see it, or when I'm wearing it. And now looking at it in a different light to see how it sounds. And lastly, let us look and visualize the color purple. See the color purple in front of you. Maybe it's a dark purple. Maybe it's a light lavender. Notice how that color makes you feel, and then bring in to your ears the sound of purple. What do you hear when you see that color? Bring the color purple to mind. Visualize it in front of you, and hear in your ears what it sounds like. Don't try too hard. And don't try to block out anything that you might not want to hear. Just allow whatever comes to appear. The color of purple. The sound of purple. Allow your vision to come back to that white, blank canvas. Start to deepen your breath. Wiggle your fingers as you wake up your hands. Wiggle your toes inside of your shoes. And as we awaken the neck and the head, let it rock gently from side to side. And then come on back. Wake up the whole body and come back to that nice posture in your chair. Sitting up tall, sitting up straight, stacking the head over the heart and the heart over the hips. Let your shoulders roll away from the ears. Together, let's take a deep breath in. And a long, slow breath out. And let your eyes open, coming back to this space that we share together. I hope you were all able to maybe tap into one, if not all, but at least one color, being able to hear what it would sound like to you. I'm assuming that most of us do not have that gift of being able to hear in color, like some artists and musicians. But maybe some of you do. And if you do, let me know. I would love to learn more about it. What a wonderful gift to have. What a beautiful gift to have. And even if we don't possess that gift, there are moments where we can tap into our minds and allow it to happen through meditation, through visualization, and taking our mind someplace else. So I hope you enjoyed this practice today. I hope you were able to hear and see the beautiful colors in our world and what they sound like. Thank you all for joining me, and we'll see you again next week.